It's a puncture. We're gonna plug that. Well, that worked fabulously. Look at the bounce in that. I noticed it when I came down pump track. She is pretty loose. I've got a leaking tire. I don't see anywhere on this tire. Let's check the other side. I don't see anywhere that's weeping sealant. Let's look at the tread. Valve core is tight, and valve stem might be a little bit loose, but I don't see any weeping sealant there. So I'm gonna head back so I don't damage a wheel. I don't have a toolkit on me. Okay, as luck would have it, as I loaded up my bike, I saw a wet spot, and there it is. It's a puncture right there. Look at that. Just a wee little bubble. So, we're gonna plug that. All right, let's take a look here. Let's see if it's still, well, I'm a little disappointed in that. I would have hoped that the sealant would have gotten it, but it doesn't look like it. Looks like it's still weeping. Let's air it up and see what happens. Spin this around where it is. Put a little bit of air into it. Let's see if adding a bunch of air what it looks like. It's a max of 20, so we'll take it up to 20. And let's just see. Okay, spinning around. Where was it? Right there. I can't tell where it is. How about a rag? Let's get that dry. Let's get it dry and let's see. Maybe the sealant finally got it. Well, I'll be. Well, I can't see it, but I can feel it. Okay, it's still there. Ah, it's a wee little pinhole. I don't know if the camera is going to pick this up, but it is a, let me see if I can let me get a pick and point to it. It is a wee little hole right there. Wee little hole right there. I think I'll stab it. That is where the hole is, and we've just stabbed it. That's where we need to put a plug in. Right there, and I made it much more visible now. This is the plug kit. You get this screwdriver looking thing that has a yoked end that you put one of these plugs in, and then you stab that through and you yank it out. Get one of these gum strips, thread it through like that. So it's going to go in the tire like that. So we ram it in. Well, that worked fabulously. It's not leaving the gum behind. There we go, that time it did it. Next you just take a pair of cutters and snip it off fairly close. I like to leave a little bit on there. Oh, that's pulling it back out. Let's try these instead. There we go. And guess what? We got a new knob out of the bargain too. Look at that, more grip. Now let's air it back up. There's 20. And then we're going to put a little bit of soap on it. Just got a little bit of car wash here. All you got to do is get your finger in it. Get a little grip. That didn't get it. It's still bubbling. Add a little centrifugal force to it. I'm going to put this on the bottom so the sealant will come to it, and maybe the plug plus the sealant will do something. It's a good bubble. Let's see if maybe the sealant will get in it. Stuff a rag in it right there. Okay, so we've got the hole down so that the sealant will go into it. We're going to take a pressure reading here. Got 15. Okay, I guess let's wait. See if it still bubbles later. I need to replace the whole tire for a hole that small. I have the tires, but I don't want to use them. So, see you in an hour. It's a couple hours later. Let's check it. Still 15. Notice there's a little bit of drip on the floor here. Let's take the rag out. Let's have a look. There is some slime bubbled up. Look at that. This repair is not going to work apparently. Let's put another one in there. I'm going to see if I can jam a plug in beside it and put another one in there. But I doubt things are going to change. I think I'm going to have to be changing to a new tire. See, it's still weeping. But when you pull it to the side, it whistles. So, well, let's do something else. Put a meaty deuce in there. That just may do it. Now let's take the electrician's scissors. That's a much more beefy new nub. All right, so I'm feeling better about this repair. It now has 3 plugs in it. I would have thought that the sealant would have been able to repair a pinhole of that size. Second, if the sealant wouldn't be able to seal it, then 1 plug on a pinhole that size would have been easy. However, it ended up needing 3 plugs. After trying 2 and it's still leaking, it ended up needing 3 plugs. Now I don't hear any leaking sounds. I'm going to place it on the floor, leaning the bike slightly towards the side that will allow the sealant to penetrate into here. And I'm going to let it sit for all day, and I'm going to see what the tire pressure is. Right now it looks like we're sitting at just under 15, 14 and a half or so. And I think I'm gonna let it sit here, and I'll also likely ride it today a couple of times just around the yard, maybe take some hops and stuff. See if I can put some flex on the tire and see if I can get it to break free, see if I lose pressure. But that'll be later.